Hi, I'm Joe Coberly, co-founder and past chair of the ASP Government Community of Practice, and I've recently launched a website called Riding Disruption, where we're helping organizations build muscle memory to respond strategically to dramatic change. I'm very excited to be here today with Robin Speculand, a specialist in strategy and digital implementation who leads Bridges and is co-founder of the Strategy Implementation Institute and the Digital Leadership Specialists. Welcome, Robin. It's great to be talking with you today.
Joe, it's my pleasure to join you. Thank you for the invitation.
Robin will deliver a keynote entitled 8 Implementation Best Practices at the Association for Strategic Planning 2022 Global Conference. This year's conference theme is Strategy in a Right Now World, and the event will be fully digital. So Robin, I attend the ASP conference to get inspired and to learn new approaches to staying strategic and to make new friends who share my interest in enabling a strategic future. And I'm stoked to get some insight into what you're going to be presenting in May. So we don't want to take away from the sparkle of your keynote, but I wonder if you'd mind sharing one or two things from your talk that we might find particularly surprising or illuminating.
It's a delight to present the work that I focus on, Joe, which is looking at the great work you do in the planning, but what's the next step? And my focus on the implementation, I start my keynote with a quiz. So I thought I'd share with you a couple of the quiz questions, but only the questions, and you're going to have to watch the keynote to get the answers. So for example, how much of the strategy planning is it ideal to have in place before you start implementing? 50, 80, or 100%? Well, you'll find out the answer in the keynote. What percentage of people can articulate their own organization strategy? 5%, 35, or 55%? And my final teaser, the opening, which is on the quiz, is what percentage of leaders are good at both doing the strategic planning and the strategy implementation? 8, 24, or 28%?
Wow, that's great. Very interesting. I can't wait to hear the answers to those. And now another question is, keeping our strategy in a right now world theme in mind, what should people expect to take away from your keynote that will help them during this volatile time?
And it's a great theme, and all credit to the committee for coming up with it, because it really is right now and we're all living and breathing it. So not only do I want to reinforce the importance of the work that ASP is doing and the importance of strategic planning, but I also want to emphasize we all know the accelerated pace we're working at, but the impact of that, of course, is we're now creating more strategies and doing more strategic planning than ever before. And what's the result of that? It means now we're implementing more frequently than ever before. And my keynote, Joe, focuses on giving you what is often missing, which is the tools, the tips, the best practices that have come from my 25 years of research and work to help you then implement that strategy.
Wow, fantastic. Do you have one best practice you can share with the audience?
Well, I got 8 of them, but let me share, I know what you're asking, so let me share one as a teaser. One that comes to top of mind is less is more. Now, what does this mean? We launched the strategy. We've got a list of things to do. The successful companies focus on only a handful of objectives in the year. How many? You'll find that out in the keynote. But I'll give you a couple of examples that less is more. One from social and one from business. So for example, when a local pub was hosting a speed dating event, now what's that got to do with strategic planning? When they had just 8 speed dates, they ended up getting more connections than when they had 20. How come? But obviously, more ladies or more guys you meet, the more opportunities. But no, we suffer from paralysis analysis. Too many decisions, our brain freezes. One more quick example of less is more that I don't share in the keynote. We've all heard in America of the Coke wars between Pepsi and Coca-Cola, but prior to that was the soup wars between Heinz and Campbell's. And Campbell's won the soup war in America by making the strategic decision to shrink from selling 200 different products to just 2. Now, what did that mean to the business? Everybody understood which products were the most important out of the 200. It was 2. And there were less meetings, more resources available, and more time to take the right action. And that's just a teaser into what I'll be sharing in the keynote.
Well, fantastic. Robin Speculand, thank you so much for talking with me. I'm really looking forward to your keynote, which will be presented on Friday, May 20th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is UTC minus 4 hours. The ASP 2022 Global Conference is May 18 through 20. You can check out the full agenda and register to attend at www.aspglobalconference.org, all lowercase, no spaces. I hope to see you then, and great talking with you, Robin.
My pleasure.